If we understood very early in life that we come alone and we go alone, and that everyone else along with us is just a bonus, life would be really easy. But life delusion is such that we get attachment, moha. We are attached not only to the people around us, we are attached to the things around us, to the situations that we face. Attachment comes at different levels. And you begin to feel that without that person, without that lifestyle, without that system surrounding you, you will not survive. But you will. We all do. Why is it that we believe that death should not touch us, when that's the only certainty in our lives? Nothing else is certain. You may make money, you may lose money, you may make friends, you may lose friends. Your husband might stay for a few weeks, a few months, a few years. Everything else in your life will come and it'll go, but you will die for sure. You will die for sure. We have such a lot of attachment to the form. Your father, the form. Your sister, the form. Your mother, the form. We don't raise ourselves to higher standards by seeing the spirit in everybody else. Which is why it is almost impossible to let a loved one go. You want to hold on despite the fact that they are suffering, that they have outlived their bodies. Their bodies have wasted away. Wasted away. But you still hold on to that hope that it'll bounce back. It'll become okay. I have a very dear friend, and for the last 10 years, her mother has a rare illness where her brain is shrinking. And over the last 4 years, she has lost almost all her faculties. She's a skeleton on the bed, being fed by a tube, but her heart beats, and her eyes are open, and she's breathing. So there is nothing anyone can do except watch this play out. And the questions that have hit her so much is why? Why does this happen to such a wonderful person? Why? That question comes up again and again and again. Why do good things happen to bad people? The enemy is not the illness, it is death itself. It has to come somehow. It's going to come either, through a bodily illness, or it'll come with a truck hitting you, or it'll come with your heart just stopping, or it'll come with a bomb falling on your head. It'll come somehow. The enemy is death. Yet, we just hold on to these people, that there's nothing left in their bodies, and we're not willing to let them go. And as long as we want them, they don't release themselves. They realize that the love is so strong, the bond is so strong, they don't want to break it. But a point comes in their life, and my friend is leaving for India today. Her mother has broken her hip. But the only way they found out is when tears came down her eyes. And they want to stop the oxygen mask. But there is no saying that even if the oxygen mask goes, that she will not continue to live. Because who knows what is this point in this life, why these things happen to people. We don't want to let our dear ones leave. It is very difficult at that point. And nothing you say when they're raw with pain, nothing that you say, nothing that you do will mean anything to them. At that point, they need to keep telling the story. Repeating and repeating and repeating the story. What happened, what they did, how they lived their lives. And slowly the pain of the death recedes and there is a switch in the brain that comes where they start celebrating their life. And that is the only way to go from the form to the formless. You have to go from the form to the formless. Holding on to the form is the biggest delusion. We are nothing but pockets of air, hollow tubes. Energy, matter, what are we? What is this body? It's only borrowed clothes. We have borrowed it for a short time and we want to hold on to it even though it's worn out and gone. We want to see one more grandchild's marriage, one more grandchild's graduation, enjoy one more birthday, visit one more country, one more experience. Your life cannot be defined by the ones that have gone. But you try telling someone who has recently lost a parent, and we all are at the stage where our parents are sick or someone we know is ill or ailing. But besides that, it is a very important reality check to know that death doesn't go by ailing and age and none of that. It comes at any time, anywhere, any place. And if you spend one more minute grieving, you have lost time. In our scripture, Krishna says, the wise grieve neither for the living nor for the dead. Know that everything keeps on moving on, and you live and you die, and then you're born and then you die. It's a continuous cycle. You have been and you will be. The ceremonies that are performed by different faiths are very important. They are done for a reason. Most faiths you have 10 days or 13 days where people come. Lots of people come, so you're not alone at that time with your grief. And you repeat, and you repeat, and you repeat, and you repeat the story, and you cry, and you repeat the story, and you cry. And that's how you release the emotion. But once they leave, the realization hits you. And very quickly, you need to release them and let them go on their journey. Because thinking about them prevents the onward progress. Wishing that they were here in their physical form prevents them from carrying on. For a very long period of time, it is said the soul stays. Stays when the pull is too magnetic, it is unable to move forward. And it has to move forward. It has to repair. It has to re-energize for its next stage in its journey. It takes 1 year. It takes 1 full year for people to recover from a person's birth. When there's 1 year that ceremony is over, something changes within, and a resurgence of, if that's even a word, of life begins. That I have my own journey. I have my own journey. And what can we do to help people on this, in this terrible moment? Really nothing. Just hold their hand and say, I'm there if you ever need me. But their grief, they have to go through. They have to process in their own way. Different stages they will go through. They will go through anger and denial and rationalization, different things. Each person will go through different, it won't be the same way for everybody else, but it's a process. Until they realize that, the life still is there within me. I'm still living. And I still have things to do. And I still have to make use of my time. And the ones that have passed on are never really forgotten. They're always revered. And they're always there blessing us at every inch, every corner of the way. Many times have I called my dad and said, please, 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 I don't know what to do. Help me. And I don't know, I didn't see him, I didn't feel him, I didn't do any of that. But the problem gets solved in the strength that your ancestors are with you. Just the spirit of your ancestors are with you at all times. We're all connected in consciousness. Nobody ever leaves. They just go away for a short vacation. And then they come back. And only the evolved recognize them. Again. You will always be united with the people you love. Never fear that. Never fear that. You will always be with the people you love. In every life and in between lives. There's that connection that can never go. But spending one more day grieving about something you can do nothing about is a waste of energy. It ruins the quality of your day. It changes your aura. It only brings other people down. It rouses pity in others. Do you really want that? Your source is always happy. You have to recognize that this is life. It'll take you a while. Maybe a long time. But ultimately we all get over it. We all carry on. We all start doing the things we were supposed to do on this earth. Meditation allows you to drop that fear of being without that person, that fear of dying, that fear of the unknown, that fear of being left alone in this world. You get into the meditation all by yourself. Nobody comes with you into that space. And for a moment you're completely lost. For a few minutes you're in this world that you know nothing about. It's deep, deep, deep and peaceful, and then you come out. Life is like that. You go from one life into the next, just like you go into meditation and you go into sleep. You go to sleep and then wake up, and then go to sleep and then wake up. So what is there to fear? What is there to fear? Nothing was given to you that you can't handle. This person was taken away, but you can handle it. You can handle it. You will find it within you, the strength to handle it. It will come from somewhere. God knows where. Maybe it's God that knows where. It comes from the divine. It is inside of you. This too shall pass. How many times have you heard that? How many times have you heard that? And it does. It does. And it helps to have a vision of saying goodbye at an airport and watch your loved one getting into a plane, knowing that he's going to his destination and you'll see him again soon. Don't grieve. Don't grieve, because he is in a much happier place, a very peaceful place. The pain that was his bodily suffering is over. Your pain is only in your head. It comes from your longing, your desire to have that person forever and ever. There is forever and ever, but it's not always in physical form. It is in spirit. It is in connections that we make. Now teach yourself the hard lesson early in life, that you will love people around you, you will share and you will be compassionate as long as the life flows in their veins. And you will let them go on their journey. Let them go on their journey. You have to live yours. You have to live yours. However painful, your pain comes from your own need, your own selfish need. You want that person and you refuse to let it change. But that's not life. That's not life. Things are taken away from you. We are acting like little children when a toy has been taken. It's like, how dare you take my toy? But the toy will be taken because it's not. It's time for someone else to play with it. So we need to grow up. We need to grow up and have a deep acceptance that for sure death will visit us. For sure. And you will not shed one more tear. One more tear. But you will show courage and fortitude and live the rest of your life giving the best to everyone around you. Share, you've got plenty to give, plenty to do. You still have a lot left in you. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't make that, rear view mirror your front screen. A rear view mirror is only for you to glance back occasionally. Can you imagine if your entire windscreen was a rear view mirror? You would not be able to see where you're going. Don't look back, look ahead. You have the strength to go through this. We all do. We all do. You don't want to see it now. Take your time. Feel the emotions fully. 100%. Anger, grief, misery, loneliness. Feel it. But then let it go. Let it go and live your life. You are a beautiful soul. Each one of you is beautiful. And you have so much to do for others. so much to share, so much to give, so much to accomplish. So don't waste your breath and don't waste your energy thinking about that which is gone. Because what is gone is gone. And I might sound callous, but if that realization comes early in life, then you can release much easier. Because just remember, you're holding on to that which doesn't exist. There is nothing to hold on to. A memory? What's a memory? Just a flash. A hope that you'll see that person again. What's a hope? It's just a bubble in the dark. The only thing you have is the now. And right now, you need faith that this time will pass and things will improve. That the divine will give you that courage, that inner strength to face anything. Nothing is going to come to you without that courage. And gratitude that you could walk the path with this person for so many years and enjoy the company and enjoy the spirit. That's all there is.